At least 70 people were killed in the raid targeting Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes, the head of the Jalisco New Generation cartel, and an ensuing violence as armed groups retaliated in more than a dozen Mexican states. Suspected gang members blocked highways and set cars on fire, buses and businesses, while clashing with security forces.
What happened on Sunday is just part of a longer, decades-long approach to drug interdiction that is highly militarized, that focuses on punitive actions, and that in the end only ends up generating more violence and doesn't do anything to stem the flow of drugs. So I think symbolically and politically, it represents a victory for President Sheinbaum. It allows her to assert that, she's doing, quote unquote, doing something about the most powerful drug trafficking organization in Mexico and likely the Americas. It allows her to stave off some of the pressure from Trump, right, to assert Mexican military power against these criminal organizations. But we know that this is not going to do much in terms of stopping the flow of illicit drugs from Mexico into the United States. If anything, based on recent past, we know that this is probably going to lead to some sort of internal struggle within this drug trafficking organization, which will only lead to intensified violence on the ground in local communities and the places and the geographies that it controls. It will also probably embolden rival groups to try to take over territories, production zones, and smuggling routes. So that will also intensify the violence on the ground. And it's just a phenomenon of the so-called war on drugs that the US has led globally since the end of World War II. The burden of this war always falls upon the very bottom of the hierarchy within this political economy, on poor people, on poor peasant farmers, on low-level street dealers, on low-level consumers.